What is up? It's your boy, Isaac of the Dead. And some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know, but I released a brand new music video recently for a brand new song called Training Day with a good friend of mine, Josh. Shout out, my friend Josh. And I was very satisfied with the music video. Long story short, go check it out. We worked hard on it, and I'm really proud of it. But the song was called Training Day, and it's going to be on my new album. And aside from the song being about my personal relationship with my friend, the song was called Training Day because of it was inspired by the movie, the 2001 film Training Day. So I thought I'd come on here and do a somewhat review, do a Resurrected Retros for Training Day because it inspired the song that made my first music video. So you'll see the comparisons and why I chose it for a song with my friend. And so the story takes place in you could say late 90s, early 2000s Los Angeles. It follows Ethan Hawke as Jake Hoyt, who is just coming out of his training academy to be a police officer, and he wants to go into narcotics. So he teams up with Denzel Washington's character, Alonzo Harris, who has been a veteran in the game. And it's basically, the story takes place over the course of a whole day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. basically, sunrise to sundown. And you see these characters progress, and you see these characters, how they interact and the philosophies of each character. The veteran Alonzo Harris, played by Denzel Washington, is jaded. And he has become cynical because of his years on the force. And he tries to explain his philosophies to the up and coming youngster, Ethan Hawke's character, Jake Hoyt. And without going into spoilers, because I want you all to see the movie for yourselves, but essentially there's a lot of twists and turns, and we get to see that there is a long running plan that Alonzo has, a conspiracy, if you will, to basically free himself from a debt that he has to the mob. And so, as a result, these two police officers in LA get caught up in a lot of drama. But that's as far as I will go breaking down the story. I want you all to see it for yourselves because it is a Resurrected Retros. It's essentially me recommending the film. And it's one of my personal favorite films, I think, of all time. It's not something that if you put me on an island and said, hey, you had 5 movies to pick, I don't think I'd put this one in there. But this movie has a very high rewatchability rate. There's so many details that you miss the first time watching it. And on a rewatch, it's like, oh, I get it. I see what they're doing now. And so it has all the street lingo. It has a very realistic and grounded story centered around a very realistic and grounded setting. And so, taking place in I think at the perfect time after the riots of the '90s in LA, and it's a perfect dynamic to show the jaded veteran who's the black cop, and then the white cop who's kind of an up and coming rookie, young guy, and you get to see how their two perspectives are vastly different. We have the optimistic young hero who just wants to help people and be a police officer to stop crime, and then the guy who's been on the force for well over 20 years. That's like these are people are animals, and there's no happy ending to this story. And so it's a very interesting clash of ideologies and styles, and it has, I wouldn't say a happy ending. It has the happy ending for one of these characters, and not so happy ending for the other. That's as far as I'll go to the spoilers, but it is a movie that's been around for 20 years now. If you've seen it, then you've seen it. If you haven't, you haven't, But it inspired the song Training Day on my new album for this, and the music video, because in a lot of ways, not a whole bunch of ways, not in every way, but in a lot of ways, my friend was kind of like my Alonzo Harris. Obviously not a dick. When you see the movie, Alonzo is definitely the villain. he's definitely a villain of the story. But my friend was not a villain to me. He was trying to help me, and he tried to protect me. And so, early days, he was always kind of giving me pointers. And Alonzo was like, hey, here's the street lingo. You gotta do this thing to get infiltrated into the narco scene, so that people don't think that you're a narc. People don't think that you're a cop. And so there was a lot of things that my friend taught me that kind of reminisce of that back in the day. And so that's why I chose the song for that. Aside from that, it was just fun having it thematically tie into what the song was about. And so it is one of my personal favorite movies. I think it's Denzel Washington's best role by far, because a lot of people say Equalizer or Man on Fire, and I get it; those are great. But this was he took Alonzo Harris to iconic villain status with all the quotes, things like King Kong ain't got shit on me. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Shit like that. It takes a wolf to protect the sheep. Shit like that I use in my lyrics in my song. And so the movie is iconic. Came out in 2001, directed by Anton Fuqua, and I highly recommend Resurrected Retro's Training Day. Go check it out. But thank y'all for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what y'all think about the movie if you watch it, if you have seen it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to chat about theories and breakdowns and stuff like that without going into full-on spoilers and whatnot. I mean, I guess we can go into spoilers. But, yeah, I'd love to know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in another video very soon.